Hello and welcome to TradeFlow Television,
bringing you valuable analysis and actionable intelligence
through the global commodity markets.
These are some of the key topics that we will be looking into in today's program.
First, let's take a look at the overnight headlines which are impacting the commodity markets. Saudi Arabia said on Monday that a fuel transport ship anchored at a Jeddah terminal was attacked by an explosive-laden boat, after shipping firm Hafnia said that one of its oil tankers, the BW Rhine, had been hit by an unidentified external source. A Saudi Energy Ministry spokesman, in a statement carried on state media, did not mention the name of the vessel or identify who was behind the attack. The Saudi Energy Ministry spokesman said the attack resulted in a small fire which emergency units extinguished, but that there was no damage to unloading facilities nor any effect on supplies.
Russia plans to impose an export tax on wheat, Economy Minister Maxim Reshetnikov told a government meeting on Monday, as part of measures to stabilize rising domestic food prices, which have been criticized by President Vladimir Putin. The export tax will be set at €25, $30.40, a ton between February 15 and June 30. The export tax will be in addition to a grain export quota of 17.5 million tons over the same period, the minister said.
Moving on to the top news in the energy sector.
Global jet fuel markets are coming back to life, resuscitated by a rebound in air cargo demand, gradually recovering passenger traffic and hopes that COVID-19 vaccines will spur more international flights in 2021. The pandemic brought air travel to a virtual halt this year, and analysts say it may take years before global appetite for jet fuel returns to pre-pandemic levels. But refining profits for the fuel surged to multi-month highs in all key trading hubs in December on hopes of higher demand in 2021, with US and European margins underpinned by a recovery in air cargo volumes and Asian margins also by a rebound in domestic travel and heating consumption.
Global oil demand will rebound more slowly in 2021 than previously thought because of the lingering impact of the coronavirus pandemic, OPEC said on Monday, hampering efforts by the group and its allies to support the market. Demand will rise by 5.90 million barrels per day next year to 95.89 million barrels of oil per day, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries said in a monthly report. The growth forecast is 350,000 barrels of oil per day less than expected a month ago. The prospect of a weaker demand recovery has already prompted OPEC and its allies, a group known as OPEC+, to slow the pace of its scheduled oil output boost in 2021. Moving on to metal price moves. Copper and other metals rose on Monday as investors pinned hopes for a global economic recovery on the rollout of coronavirus vaccines and progress in Brexit talks. The United States launched its first shipments of the coronavirus vaccine on Sunday, joining Britain in a drive that is expected to help countries return to normal. Markets were also supported by comments from the European Union's chief Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier that sealing a trade pact with Britain was still possible before a December 31 deadline.
Miner Freeport McMoran Inc. has agreed copper treatment and refining charges for next year with Chinese smelters 4% lower than for 2020 at $59.50 per ton and 5.95 cents per pound, a Freeport executive told Reuters on Monday. Freeport agreed the charges with China Copper, Jiangxi Copper, Tongling Nonferrous and Jinchuan, said Javier Targeta, president of Atlantic Copper and senior vice president for marketing and sales at Freeport. We will now look at the top news in the agricultural sector. Brazil, the world's largest soybean producer, will likely import larger than usual volumes of the oilseeds next year to cater to domestic demand, Oilseeds Crushers Association ABIOV told a news conference on Monday. At the same time, internal demand is heated. Brazil will continue supplying its most prized export commodity to global clients, leaving little to crush internally, ABIOV said.
That is all for today's news on the commodity market. Stay tuned to TradeFlow TV as we continue to provide you with more updates. You can also follow us on Twitter at TradeFlow TV1, which allows you to watch our program on your mobile device or desktop.